in, just move a bit of soil around. Just got the trailer on because the damper's gone in the hitch. I'm going to take it to the workshop. I'm going to change the damper because every time you drive it, it bangs around when you slow down and set off. It's got a slow puncher as well, so I'm going to jack it up, take the wheel off. Definitely got that gas strut, all the oils just fell out of it now.
Is it not just undone or is it snapped?
Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no oil in it.
No, you leave that on, just flip that out now. Out the middle. You'll have to get a stick. Yeah, this was out of balance, but it's obviously because it's still got mud inside of it. Should we just clean it and put it back on?
Yeah.
That's a wheel weight, and that's how much soil I've just took out of it, which is quite heavy. Because we've got an electric cable, we're just squaring out the line now, and then we're going to have to go this way slightly so that the shed pillars aren't over the electric cable. We're just working out where to dig now with the CAT scanner. We're just working out how many bales fit in a 15-foot bay, so that we know how many we'll need for the shed that we're building. It's going to have straw rendered walls. Dinner time, and C&J wagon just turned up for a week, which is standard practice. See how many buckets it takes to fill this one. 12.5 bucket full. The turn must be out on this. I've not turned it. Oh yeah, 0.47 it says. Should have turned it with the empty bucket. Sorry, no, 11.5 bucket full. Just with Paul looking at the wheat. Nice long head. Wish it fills out. Got a random head of barley. I don't think it's Skyfall, I think it's actually barley, but the flag leaf looks exactly the same as the wheat next to it. So it's coming on nice now. Seems to be covered where we took the drill through it as well. Paul's counting the ears. It's got 2.
12, 13, 16, 18, 17, 18, 12. So there should be about 64 seeds growing in there.
There we go, there's another 64.
Yeah.
Looks good, that. It's quite a long head. I think you could definitely say the spring barley's growing that we've sown into the wheat. You can see it there in the tram line. Just shows you what penetration that drill's got to go in. And then this is it now into the crop, where it's a bit harder to see. Really shaded and really behind. But only small in the crop, to the point where I can hardly find it. Some's only just germinated there. Probably better looking further down. Where it is here, where there's a bit of a miss with the drill, perfect. And there it is there, shaded in the bottom. And then another row there running right near the row of wheat. And there's another row there. So hopefully, once we've cut the wheat, that'll spring up and we might be able to combine that as an experiment. After much deliberation of exactly where to start building this building that hopefully will have a weighbridge office in one end of it, originally it was going to be where it is there, just behind where it already was, and then we thought that there was an advantage to moving it forwards because the electric cable then wouldn't be in our way as much, but then that meant that we lost room this end, which is where the driveway now will start to be used better. So now we've gone back and then come this way off the cable. Anyway, hopefully it should fit in that gap now, so we're eventually going to start digging the holes. But it's took us, well, we tried trying to work it out yesterday morning where was best, and we thought we'd come up with a solution, but this afternoon we've decided to move it back again. But yeah, we're getting there. Wherever we put it will be in the wrong way, but in the wrong place, but it's a compromise that it works best for now and for the future, so we've future-proofed it. So that's why it's a difficult decision to make, is exactly where to put it. It's filling up now with Liquid-Fur, it's just about to turn off. There we go, that's the noise. Turn it to tap off. Actually, Niggle's putting it to 5-1. Took the pipe dry. And then press that. There we go. Put that down, and then hopefully now when I take this off, because that's turned off now, it won't leak. No, wrong one. I'll take the big one off. It should have sucked itself dry. There we go. Not much of a leak. Cap on to not get muck in. Off we go. How corrosive the fertiliser is, it took the galv off that chain already from last week. Digging out now into the good clay, and then we'll pour concrete in there up to a certain height. Then when we put the pillars up for the shed, they'll be bolted to them things. So there's 4 to dig out along here, 4 to dig out along there. We've had to just move this over ever so slightly because one of the pillars needs to be about here. Another one where that yellow bit is there, and then the other one is by where the sledgehammer stood up there. And then there's going to be a door here, so we need to put 2 smaller base plates here for the roller shutter door to go on this end here. So the shed will sit in this gap there. Remember that field of oilseed rape that was absolutely disastrous, about 3 inches tall, when we had that Corvus buggy on demo? So this is the oilseed rape that we put the kite in. Well, this is it now. It looks pretty good. Just putting another little dose of liquid fert on it now just to top it up, because we got the tissue samples back off Paul, and we just wanted to see what more we could give it. Definitely a year, you can see a little miss with the drill there, definitely a year where the tissue samples will pay off because we can save a bit, or we can push things a bit harder. But rape at the moment, I think £750, £800 a tonne. We want to make sure we maximise it. I'm hoping that although the pigeons have annihilated it and it's flowering late, it's missed the frost, it's getting some good sunshine now, and it'll get some heat this weekend, that it might actually yield okay, because it's not had its buds affected by the frost. That's what I'm keeping my fingers crossed and telling myself. Whether it's true, I don't know, but it just stops me being that little bit bitter about the pigeons than I normally would be. But we'll see come harvest anyway. At least it's completely even all over the whole field now anyway. I don't know whether you can see the crop moving in the wind, but it's too windy to actually spray normally. So if I was putting a herbicide or a fungicide on, I won't be out in this weather. But it's also too windy to put fertiliser on. But because I'm putting on liquid through dribble bars, perfect. Also as well, I'm on oilseed rape so that it doesn't scorch it because of the wind. If you put it on to wheat when it's a little bit windy, it can sort of splash the plant a bit much, and then that'll scorch the plant or the flag leaf, which is about to merge as well. So I'm just doing the oilseed rape while it's a bit dodgy conditions, and hopefully there's a bit of moisture still on the ground, so it'll act on it and start growing straight away, go into the pods, and we'll just get pure oilseed rape in the pods from all the fertiliser. This field is slightly annoying. Pigeons have been landing in this tram line and thinned it out a bit, and then when I get over the brow of this hill, you'll see what I mean, because this has been eating uneven. So they've only just, well, there was a few pigeons in here when they arrived, they've only really just starting to not really leave it alone, but it's growing faster than they're eating it. So if you look there, it's quite green and sparse, and it's thinned it out that much that some of the weeds taking over. But from the gateway of the field at the other end, it looks amazing. Yeah, you can see in the bottom it chewed. Bare patches. It actually is there, but just chewed. So you got a poor patch and the good bit here now heading towards the road. It's about 7:15 tonight. I've come out spraying latish on. I've done 3 fields on 1 tank, and it's because of you guys watching, so thank you, because if you weren't watching I wouldn't have changed the sprayer to this new sprayer with the bigger tank, and I would have been up and down the road and I would have got half as much done, or I would have done, but it would have been a lot later when I'm knocking off, so thank you. This is today's birthday bumper. The pen wasn't working very well because there's lots of sap stuck to it from the oilseed rape, because the oilseed rape is now up here. Anyway, Jack Hutchins, Ben Williams, Rob Walton, Oliver Parker, Ian Gillespie, Henry Riverley and Anthony Hughes. I think I've said them all right. Anyway, happy birthday. Like I say, nearly £2,000 now raised from the birthday bumper, so thanks for everyone for doing that. All the holes are dug out now down this side. Just them ones to do tomorrow, a little bit of concrete to cut to make them fit. Not going to fall anywhere, that shed, is it, with that much in the bottom of the stanchion base. That's about it for today. I'm going to get my tea while I've just edited the video you've just watched. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you wanted any of the high-vis stuff, it is on the website now. The link is below these videos. And if you want to be on the birthday bumper, don't message me on Instagram going, how do you get on the birthday bumper? Click the link below every video, and that will make you get on the birthday bumper and do it on the day of the birthday. There was one that was left today actually that said anonymous, so I couldn't give a shout out to whoever it was because it just said anonymous with no name. So someone might be disappointed that they're not on the birthday bumper, but unless you say who it's for, I can't do anything. Anyway, that actually is it for today. There's a school, sun in front of the Massey. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, one last thing, thanks to everyone that's been sending cards, so that's amazing. And also, how are you today? I'm 80%, I'm still dead tired, but how are you? Let me know as a percent. Don't be lazy, stick it underneath.